My regime is infinitely superior to your genocidal regime that helped the Israeli regime in the genocide. My regime, as you like to call it, my regime did not pull the plug on little infants in the premature babies in the Al-Nasser hospital. Pull the plug on those premature babies and let them die. My regime didn't do that. The regime that you support did that. Your regime is the regime that has used nuclear weapons twice. And your ally, your genocidal ally, the apartheid regime, the illegitimate regime, where 44% of young Jews below the age of 35 in the United States, believe that Jews and Palestinians have to live together in one state with equal rights. That is exactly the Iranian policy. So despite your propaganda, despite your nonsense, despite the lies that you promote, people are waking up. Jews in the United States are waking up. Christians, Muslims, people from all walks of life are seeing who's carrying out a Holocaust in Gaza. You know, Ronald Reagan, when this genocidal regime in 1982 invaded Lebanon, he called it a Holocaust. This is far worse than the Holocaust of 1982. But you refuse to acknowledge this genocide, whereas the population in Gaza has collapsed. It's not 70 or 80,000 people who died. As a result of this war, hundreds of thousands have died. The population has collapsed. People are dying every day, not just because the kids are being bombed or being sniped, because they're dying of illnesses and a lack of medicine that this filthy regime is imposing on the people, on the kids of Gaza. You know, we are not in 1935. We're not in 1939. We are in 1942. You are the Nazi regime that is carrying out a Holocaust in Gaza. You are the Nazi who is doing it as we speak. You're the evil monster. You say Israel is not a colonial regime? You're from Eastern Europe. You're European. All of those Ashkenazi Jews who are now running the country, they're from Eastern Europe. The people who you support, the people who are running the country, they're Polish. They're Ukrainian. They're from Czechoslovakia. They're from Eastern Europe. You're not a Semite. You're the anti-Semite. You're afraid. You're afraid because you know you have no argument. You have no leg to stand on. You slaughtered the Semite Palestinians, and you took their land, and you are a proud Zionist who supports a regime that celebrates the rapists in prison. They rape Palestinians in prison, and then they're celebrated on television. You're exposing yourself. You're exposing yourself just as you exposed yourself with Epstein.
On the Israel
side. People are not afraid of you anymore. You can kill Epstein, you can kill whoever you like, but we're not afraid. You can bomb my house, you can kill me with my family, but I'm not afraid of you. Your regime, your Israeli regime, because you're not loyal to the United States, you're loyal to the Israeli regime, to the genocidal regime. Your regime bombed it during this war. Your regime bombed a synagogue. Your regime bombed a synagogue in Tehran. Why? Because that synagogue was not a Zionist synagogue. You hate Jews. You hate Jews that are not Zionists. You are an anti-Semite because you kill Palestinians, and you're from Eastern Europe. You have no right to slaughter and rape and murder.
Let me bring Alan back in here.
I will support the Palestinian people until your regime bombs my home. So go and tell them that. I'm prepared to die for the Palestinian people. But you who used to frequent Epstein Island, you have no principles and no morality.